Gun fam, what's up? It's the Gun Brother. Thanks for tuning in. And real simple, getting right to it. Donald Trump wins the election. What now? All right, so thank you for joining me on Guns and Beer. Today's brews killed a son from Ex Novo in New Mexico. And normally I do pour the brew at the beginning of the show, but I recorded the whole episode with no sound, so I'm doing it again. And I should just get another beer, but we'll just get it out of the way. So, what now? That's everybody's question, and I just want to get a couple of things out in the open so that, I don't know, people kind of look at things differently, I hope. You will very, very, very rarely, you will very, very rarely or almost never see politics on my channel. There's a reason for that. I don't want to be that lightning rod. That's not what I'm here for. And it's actually what this episode is all about. However, this is not about politics. This is how people act about politics, or how people fear or are about politics. And I don't know, I think it needs to be talked about. So the weird thing to me is, because coming up as a kid, my grandparents taught me that who you voted for, you kept that close to the vest. That's why you vote in the booth. It's only you and your vote. That's it. This society, or this, I don't want to call it the generation, but this time period, because that was what, 30, 40 years ago, this time period seems to wear their politics on their sleeve. And you have every right to do that too. So I'm not telling you not to do that. I was taught you keep that to yourself and do what you have to do. So the crazy part is, the last few elections have seemed like people will approach it like doomsday. Like, if one candidate wins, the other side is like doomsday. And if the other candidate wins, the other side feels the same way, that it's like the world is going to end. And if one horse wins, and that's not your horse, what do you have to do the next day? Live your life. And if that horse doesn't win and your horse does win, what do you have to do the next day? Live your life. Now, that candidate may or may not support some of your beliefs, some of your issues, may make life a little more difficult, or there may be things that you can learn to take advantage of to alleviate that. You don't have to switch parties to make your life easier according to the way that they choose to run the country. And again, this goes either way. It doesn't matter who wins, because this is going to happen every 4 years, one way or the other. My problem with the whole thing is how we're treating each other. For instance, like, one of my concerns, if Harris had won, would obviously be guns, gun control, things like that. So did I have 3 windows full of ammunition queued up at cheaper prices to press order if the election had gone the other way? Yeah. Had my windows open, and I was ready to and order a whole bunch of ammo, just to make sure I had access to it at a good price. Since it didn't go that way, I didn't have to do it. So that is one of the issues that I face. Obviously, 2A is going to be more, I guess, accepted or pushed forward more from one side than the other. But at the same time, if they had won, then I would have ordered the ammo. I'm not going to cuss anybody out. I'm not going to beat somebody up. I don't understand the hatred and vitriol that has come with political beliefs. So that's the part that I just wanted to say that, I guess. I just want to get it off my chest and address it. Even since the election, I've been at bars in places like Massachusetts, Long Island, New York, down south. I've been traveling a lot, so I've been in a lot of different places around a lot of different people. And again, I keep it close to the vest. I never say which side I'm on. And some people also operated that way. Some people didn't operate that way, but we still had a good time, still drank our beer, still watched the football game, still did everything that we had to do, and went home. the world, we as Americans, and I think that's what we're missing. Some of you are old enough to remember this, some of you are not. We're missing Schoolhouse Rock. We need to bring that back. We need to bring Schoolhouse Rock back, like prime time. Like, people don't even understand I'm just a bill. They don't even understand that, okay? The Great American Melting Pot, they don't understand that. Those taught a lot to us as kids, and it's like, but the Great American Melting Pot is the biggest thing, and it's like, we're all supposed to be in this together, even if we disagree. We're not supposed to have to kill each other. So I guess that's the only point I'm really trying to make. And just a couple of video examples. Like I said, I want to tie this back around, but we gotta, treat each other as human beings, man. All the name calling and, accosting people. I saw a story the other day from a woman in Massachusetts. So she was Democrat, and I guess she had a sticker on her car, and apparently a bunch of teenagers had surrounded her car and was, let me see if I can find it. I'll pull it up and see if I can do it that way. Stand by. All right, I can't find it for now, but I had two already pulled up, just the first two that came up, and I'm just saying we don't have to treat each other like this, no matter what. But here, check it out.
Brakes at a light. That makes you a Trump all the way.
So that's just crazy. It just seems unnecessary to me. I just don't get it. And a lot of people try to say it's people's imagination tying these two things together, and it's not. This is the way people are acting. And to be fair, of course, I went both sides. Stand by.
Oh! Hey! You stay away from him! I will hurt you! You better watch out!
Now, what's crazy about that is, clearly, both of these guys are armed. And that can go terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. Because of who's in office? Come on, man. We gotta do better than that. Everybody has to do better than that. That is just crap. I don't know what he charged them for, but if they were that far away, it wasn't in self-defense. You can't claim self-defense just because of what somebody said to you. These two guys, at least, and God, they look like they're both large gentlemen, pause, but both of them are armed. And if that's the open carry debate, we'll talk about that later. Somebody yelling at you with your gun that you can see, you feel like you're in danger of serious bodily harm or death, you draw. I mean, that's usually going to be reasonable. If he starts yelling at you, what's next? So, and that's not legal advice. I'm just saying, I'm just giving a scenario. So that's just unnecessary. There's no reason for us to act that way. So let me know what you think in the comments, man. I just think this needs to be said. So in the world of concealed carry, a lot of this, there's a ton more videos like this that have resulted in road rage. And like I said, the woman in mask was surrounded by teenagers. So I don't know if they started kicking her door or whatever, but she felt threatened, she felt attacked. Then she got out of the car, I think was in her story too. So I'm gonna see if I can find that, we'll see. But in any case, with that being said, Gun Brothers out. Let me know what you think in the comments. There's a saying that a good friend of mine, Tim Pecoraro, and he says he's never looked into the eyes of someone else that didn't matter to God. And I change it when I use it. I say I've never looked in the eyes of someone else that didn't matter to whoever it is you believe in. Simply because everybody doesn't believe in God, and if you say that to somebody that doesn't believe in God, then it doesn't matter to them. But everybody, we all have to treat each other the same, man. And even if we disagree, doesn't mean shoot somebody, doesn't mean charge somebody, choke somebody out, doesn't mean any of that stuff. And that's the only message I want to get across. So with that being said, Let me know what you think in the comments. To the next 4 years, man, like I said, live your life. Do what you gotta do. That's what I'll be doing. Gun Brothers out.